Beneath the bright stadium lights, PeteRose walks the field's edge, a solitary figure. The stadium echoes with the memory of roaring crowds, though only silence remains. Lost in thought, he wears a red cap, his expression contemplative under the vast, silent stadium. A younger PeteRose sits across from an unseen interviewer, brimming with youthful energy. He leans forward, his intensity palpable, as he declares, "I gambled," he admits. "I bet on my team to win, always to win." PeteRose acknowledges with a hint of resignation. But the rule is the rule. The atmosphere inside MLB headquarters is thick with tension. Commissioner Bart Giamatti announces the lifetime ban of PeteRose. PeteRose sits signing autographs outside the Hall of Fame, a public display during induction weekend. He smiles for the crowd, yet a subtle sadness flickers behind his eyes. In the hushed hall of the small museum, a display case glows softly, cradling relics of a bygone era. Shoeless Joe Jackson's cleats sit beside his warm bat, artifacts of a legend and a silent story. A black and white photo leans against the back of the case, a sentinel guarding memories lost to time. A young, shoeless Joe Jackson stands at the plate, bat raised, ready to unleash his raw power. His swing is a whirlwind of force, a display of pure, unbridled talent. The ball explodes off the bat, a fleeting streak against the azure sky. In the courtroom, shoeless Joe Jackson sits his bare feet, a stark contrast to the former setting. He's lost, his face a mask of confusion and helplessness amidst the legal storm. A young fan approaches shoeless Joe Jackson. The fan pleads, "Say it ain't so, Joe." Inside the Cincinnati diner, a group of fans gathers, their voices a symphony of excitement and debate. Their discussion intensifies, each trying to be heard over the others as they debate PeteRose's prospects. The diner buzzes with their impassioned arguments, the air thick with speculation and unwavering loyalty. The vintage television crackles to life, casting a nostalgic glow over the diner as PeteRose slides into third base with unyielding resolve. The screen shifts, revealing grainy black and white footage of shoeless Joe Jackson swinging a bat. Tourists gather around shoeless Joe Jackson's museum, their faces reflecting curiosity and respect. A guide gestures towards the house, a worn scrapbook in hand, beginning to weave a tale of triumph and controversy. This is where Joe Jackson spent his final years, a place steeped in both triumph and controversy. His legacy is more than just baseball. It's a story of redemption, or perhaps the lack thereof. On the baseball field, children's laughter rings out. They play, oblivious to the echoes of Rose and Jackson. Their innocence contrasts with the legend's complicated pasts. Commissioner Rob Manfred studies PeteRose's plea, a storm of doubt brewing within. The weight of history and the echoes of past transgressions fill the room as he contemplates the decision. In the quiet solitude of his office, the future of a legend hangs in the balance. Within the archives, researchers are engrossed in the silent pursuit of history, their figures bent over mountains of aged documents. Sunlight streams through the tall, narrow windows, illuminating a swirling dance of dust motes in the stillness. The scent of decaying paper fills the air, adding to the weight of their relentless quest for the truth about Jackson. A solitary figure stands in the cemetery, facing a simple, unmarked headstone. The grave of shoeless Joe Jackson. PeteRose stands at the podium, bathed in the spotlight, his hand trembling as he grips the microphone. His voice cracking with emotion, PeteRose begins, I never thought this day would come." PeteRose scans the crowd, a sea of faces blurred by the overwhelming emotion of the moment. With heartfelt gratitude, PeteRose speaks. "To all the fans, my teammates, my family, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you." PeteRose's voice softens with humility as he whispers, "I am truly grateful." Shoeless Joe Jackson's name echoes through the hall. His name is finally cleared, posthumously. The hall erupts with applause. PeteRose watches the game intently from the stands. I smile, but a hint of longing fills my eyes. The shoeless Joe Jackson exhibit remains silent and empty. In the bustling radio station, a sports commentator passionately dissects Rose and Jackson's monumental impact. His voice echoes through the studio, filled with faint static and the rhythmic blinking of the mixing board lights. Rose's tenacity and Jackson's sheer talent redefined the game. But who truly left a bigger mark? The phone lines light up, igniting a heated debate among eager listeners. A vibrant crowd surges around the Baseball Hall of Fame, a kaleidoscope of colors and homemade signs among the fervent crowd. Signs bearing the names Rose and Jackson are held aloft. The signs symbolize the fans' unwavering hope. The baseball card shop is filled with rows of neatly organized cards, each holding stories of legends and eras gone by. A collector stands hunched over a glass display, his eyes glued to a vintage Shoeless Joe Jackson card, lost in admiration. He gently taps the glass, a wistful expression on his face as he reflects on the past. Amidst the daily rush of Cincinnati, a street performer channels the spirit of PeteRose, captivating the crowd with his homage. His movements and voice echo the legend, drawing waves of laughter and applause from the audience. An elderly man sits alone, his gaze lost in the flickering images of a baseball game. Lost in reverie, he whispers names from a bygone era, Rose and Jackson. The baseball game evokes a flood of memories from his youth. Inside a dimly lit bar, scattered patrons passionately debate Rose and Jackson's worthiness for the Hall of Fame. The debate escalates, voices rising above the clinking glasses and hushed conversations. Under the veil of night, an empty baseball field stands desolate, its silence echoing the absence of Rose and Jackson. The diamond is shrouded in long, lonely shadows, a stark reminder of dreams unfulfilled. The still air hangs heavy, as if mourning the vanished cheers and forgotten triumphs. In the dim glow of his living room, PeteRose is transfixed by the echoes of his past. Each play unfolds, reigniting a fire within him as he relives the glory days. A ghost of a smile dances on his lips, a silent testament to a legendary career. In the archive room, a historian is surrounded by shadows. He examines each document, seeking the truth behind Shoeless Joe Jackson. His brow furrows as the weight of history presses down. Amidst weathered tombstones, a fan pays homage, gently placing a baseball on Shoeless Joe Jackson's grave. Sunlight floods the Hall of Fame, its hallowed halls resonating with the echoes of cheers and applause. Amidst the jubilant celebration, a conspicuous absence looms over Rose and Jackson, their names conspicuously unetched. The room is filled with faces, beaming with pride, yet the air hangs heavy with what remains unspoken. The baseball field bathes in the sunset, a stark symbol of fading memories. Rose and Jackson's laughter echoes faintly in the gathering dusk. The empty field whispers forgotten dreams as darkness descends. Inside the diner, the air is thick with the aroma of greasy fries and stale coffee as the group huddles together. The neon glow casts long shadows across their faces, their voices hushed with fervent speculation. A young boy stands on the street, proudly sporting a Shoeless Joe Jackson jersey. Inside the stadium, a banner honoring PeteRose hangs high, a silent tribute. In the hushed halls of the museum, a tour guide captivates a group of children with tales of legends. The tour guide shares the story of Shoeless Joe Jackson. A lone protester stands, weathered sign in hand, at the entrance of the baseball shrine. Sign demands, reinstate PeteRose. PeteRose sits at his table, a hero amidst a sea of memorabilia. He smiles, each autograph a personal connection to the fans. The fans wait eagerly, their faces glowing with excitement and anticipation.
Dust motes dance in the archive as a lone researcher sifts through forgotten documents.
He squints at a faded photograph, his face etched with concentration. He straightens up abruptly, stunned disbelief washing over him. Under the vast sky, a baseball game begins on the field of dreams, where the past and present collide in a timeless dance. The sun showers the emerald field, igniting a vibrant spectacle as the players step onto the field, their every move a tribute to the game's enduring legacy. With each swing and catch, the ghosts of legends past whisper through the air, their presence felt in every heartbeat of the game. The Hall of Fame stands in hushed reverence, its dimmed lights casting long shadows across the immortalized plaques. Under the cloak of night, the sharp crack of a bat pierces the silence, signaling a game under the stars. In the quiet of his hospital room, PeteRose watches a baseball game. Amidst the dappled sunlight and the scent of damp earth, a family gathers with heavy hearts at Shoeless Joe Jackson's grave. The headstone bears silent witness to the passage of time, shadows dancing across its weathered surface. A quiet solemnity fills the air, the scent of freshly cut grass, a poignant reminder of life and loss. In the heart of the baseball museum, a visitor stands absorbed by the exhibit on the Black Sox scandal. Newspaper clippings and player photos recount a dark chapter in baseball history. A timeline of events traces the rise and fall of heroes turned infamous. Under the bright sun, fans line up, their faces filled with anticipation. They wait to enter the hallowed halls of the Baseball Hall of Fame. Long shadows stretch across the manicured lawns. PeteRose sits alone in the dimly lit room, shadows playing across his face as he stares into the abyss of memory. The room is filled with the echoes of cheers and the sting of defeat, his mind replaying the highs and lows of a legendary career. Each line on his face tells a story of choices made, battles fought, and the heavy price of fame. In the dim archive, dust dances in the lone beam of a desk lamp, illuminating a historian's intense study. He pores over a faded photograph, his brow furrowed in concentration, as he studies the image of Shoeless Joe Jackson in mid-swing. Under the radiant sun, a baseball field comes alive with the boundless energy of children, their laughter echoing with dreams of glory. Their shouts fill the air, each voice a note in a symphony of youthful ambition. Eyes sparkle with visions of legendary feats, each child lost in the thrill of the game. Plaques line the walls of the Hall of Fame. The stadium lights shine brightly. The diner buzzes with quiet chatter, a symphony of voices mingling amidst the clinking of plates and silverware. On the street, a vibrant mural of Shoeless Joe Jackson commands attention. Inside the baseball card shop, a customer completes the purchase of a PeteRose baseball card. Fluorescent lights hum over rows of neatly organized baseball cards. The Hall of Fame stands as a solemn monument to baseball's glorious past. PeteRose sits alone, the room cast in the glow of past glories flickering on the television. The television replays iconic moments, diving catches, and headfirst slides. A flicker of a smile crosses his face as he relives his emphatic celebrations. Amidst the towering stacks of the archive, a breakthrough emerges in the Shoeless Joe Jackson case. Under the bright sun, a baseball game unfolds, filled with intense competition. The sharp crack of the bat resonates, followed by the resounding cheers from the stands. The crowd roars, celebrating every play with wild enthusiasm. Sunlight floods the Hall of Fame, casting a reverent glow upon the enshrined legacies. Plaques of baseball legends line the walls, their images shining with the echoes of past triumphs. Historic artifacts stand as silent witnesses to the game's enduring spirit. The night air crackles with excitement as floodlights slice through the darkness, illuminating the baseball field. A deafening roar explodes from the stands as the game begins. The diner buzzes under fluorescent lights, steam rising from mugs. Several fans argue animatedly, their voices filling the air. A vibrant parade bursts onto the street, celebrating baseball's rich history. Banners wave high, a symphony of colors against the clear sky. The marching band fills the air with music, their trumpets gleaming in the sunlight. Spectators line the sidewalks, their cheers echoing through the city streets. In the hushed sanctuary of the baseball card shop, a collector reverently handles a newly acquired card. His eyes gleam with satisfaction as he slides it into a protective sleeve, securing his treasure. The card joins his meticulously organized collection, each edition a testament to his passion. The Hall of Fame rises majestically, a timeless tribute to baseball's heroes. Darkness envelops the room, broken only by the television's faint light, as PeteRose slumbers fitfully on the couch. In the depths of sleep, PeteRose dreams of an honor long sought. I wander through the archive, a maze of towering shelves guarding secrets in their dusty tomes. My fingers trace the spines, each touch a silent plea to reveal a forgotten truth. I pause before a weathered box labeled Shoeless Joe Jackson. As I open the box, a wave of anticipation crashes over me. Baseball players stream onto the field. Sunlight pierces through the grand windows, casting a golden glow over the Hall of Fame's revered relics. The retired jerseys hang high, each a silent testament to legendary feats and unforgettable moments. Banners emblazoned with the names of baseball legends flutter gently, whispering tales of triumph and glory. Under the stadium's blaze, shadows stretch across the empty stands. Sunlight drenches a classic American diner, where baseball fans gather, their voices echoing with fervent debate. The legends of Rose and Jackson fill the air, their names invoked with reverence and heated opinions. The rich scent of coffee mingles with the irresistible sizzle of bacon, fueling the passionate discussions. Under the vast sky, mourners gather, paying tribute to Shoeless Joe Jackson. Bouquets of flowers and baseballs surround the grave. The crowd stands in quiet reverence, honoring a legend. The baseball museum stands, filled with hushed reverence. Vintage baseballs and faded photographs whisper tales of legends. The Hall of Fame stands majestically, a timeless tribute to baseball's legends. PeteRose sits at his desk, signing autographs for fans. His face shows a mixture of pride and regret. The historian carefully closes the aged book, its pages filled with details of the Shoeless Joe Jackson case. The archive's dim light reflects off his glasses as he leans back, a sense of resolution washing over him. The truth, long obscured, is finally revealed within the book's worn pages. As the sun dips below the horizon, the baseball field stands bathed in the fading light, a silent tribute to legends. The air hangs heavy with the echoes of past games, where Rose and Jackson once dominated, their spirits linger in the twilight, forever a part of the game's rich tapestry.